Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Afkar Rashidi bin Muhammad Rafiki. Today, I would like to present my final year project with the topic Redeveloping Coastal Landscape of Pantai Irama Bachok for Sustainable Coastal Ecosystem. My presentation for today will be focused on the inventory, analysis, and synthesis of this project. So, this is my first board of inventory and analysis. So, first of all, where is Pantai Irama actually located? Pantai Irama Bachok, Kelantan is a beach area that is located facing the South China Sea. Pantai Irama Bachok is the perfect place for people to enjoy a picnic, kite playing, and other coastal recreational activities. The local authority of Bachok also has provided ample facilities such as food stalls, play rooms, walkways, and playground for children included in Pantai Irama. With the various food stalls and drinks, seafood lovers will be lost for options. There is also a popular fast food restaurant located on the site, which is KFC. Next, we continue to site context. As we can see at the map, 60% of the site context is covered by residential area, and then there are 15 areas covered by commercial area and administration. Next, the green and open space only cover 10% of the site context, and for educational and religious area has a very small percentage, which is only 5% of the site context. Thus, it can be analyzed that the strength of the site context is 60% of the site context is residential area, and this area is the nearest area to Pantai Irama Bachok, so most of the visitors are among the residents. Furthermore, for the weakness of the site context, the green and open space only cover 10% of the site context, and thus the percentage of recreational activities outside the Pantai Irama is low. Moreover, due to the small percentage of green and open space of site context, Pantai Irama has the potential to be the main recreational area for visitors. Lastly, the threat of the site context is only 5% covered by educational and religious area, and this will burden the visitors to seek institutional and religious services. Now we continue to demography. Based on the graph of the ethnic group in Bachok, it is clearly shows that the highest number of ethnic are Malays. Only a small percentage of the population is Chinese and Indian. Now we move to circulation part. First of all, as shown in circulation map, there are 4 main entrances to Pantai Irama. Mainly 2 entrances at the top and 2 entrances at the bottom. The entrances at the top is the entrance for visitors coming from the north or towards Kota Baru. The second entrance at the bottom is for visitors coming from the south or coming from the direction of Melawi. The second entrance is also the entrance for KFC restaurant, and here is the focal point for the visitors. Next, for the main road to Pantai Irama is followed by 2 roads, namely the road from the north or from the Kota Baru direction, while the second alternative to Pantai Irama is from south, coming from the direction of Melawi via this main road. Furthermore, in Pantai Irama, there is only 1 lane for visitors to travel from one location to another. 2 opposite directions are used in this small alley, and it is not a one-way lane. Sales stalls, leisure areas, parking areas, and even meeting areas are also connected by this narrow alley. As we can see here, the main road at Pantai Irama is big enough for users. Meanwhile, the secondary road is small and there is no proper pedestrian walkway provided at the site. Therefore, it can be analyzed that the size of the main road can reduce the traffic jam, and the visitors have the alternative to choose their entrances. Therefore, it can be analyzed that the size of the main road can reduce the traffic jam, and the visitors have the alternative to choose their entrances. For the weakness, the secondary road is too small for the 2 lanes for visitors to move from one place to another. Thus, it will lead to a traffic jam. Next, there are opportunities and space to create a double lane for secondary road, and also can build a pedestrian walkway to ensure the safeness for the users. Lastly, the threat of the circulation is there is no proper pedestrian walkway provided, thus it will create dangers for visitors. Next, we move to my second board. For microclimate, it can be analyzed that most of the area are covered with windbreaker plants. Thus, the windbreaker can control the wind speed at the site. Next, for the weakness, there is a space with no plants planted at the site. Therefore, the temperature at the area is high. Next, for the potential, this area has the potential to create a recreational area due to the most of the area have a high percentage of cloud cover. Lastly, for the threat, commercial area at the site has a very high temperature environment due to lack of plants planted at the site. Next, we move to vegetation. For vegetation, there are 3 species of trees and 1 species of palm and 4 species of shrubs. Most of the trees are used for windbreaker. The tree also control the climate at the site. Furthermore, the palm species gives benefit to the environment at the site. Thus, it can be analyzed that there are more species can be proposed at Pantai Irama which are salt-tolerant species and windbreaker trees plus. Next, we move to hydrology part. For the type of water bodies, in the area of Pantai Irama, there is a water channel connected to Pantai Irama's mouth area and create a natural lake at the site. Therefore, it can be analyzed that the water channel creates a unique water body and the lake has the opportunity to be a tourist spot. Next, this is my third board. For the type of soil involved at the site, there are 2 types of soil found in Pantai Irama, namely antisols and spodosols. Antisol land types are found in areas near the coastline. As for the soil types of spodosols, the depth of the spodic horizon is often related to the distance away from the present coastline. Moreover, both types of soil are among the best soil for beach nourishment project for controlling coastal erosion. Now we continue to social study. According to the Human Activity History Timeline, in 2009, Pantai Irama is a coastal area where almost all areas are natural areas, inhabited by green areas and no construction and any development has been carried out. Visitors in this area at that time, they can enjoy nature without any development restriction. Yet in 2013, the place of Pantai Irama was the focus of tourists from 2010 to 2013 to do beach recreational activities such as kite flying, picnicking, beach sand play, and even gathering together. And then there are changes of human activities in 2016, where recreational areas in coastal area have been diminished due to coastal erosion, and this area has been an area that may pose a risk to users of any beach recreational activities. The visitors have shifted the direction of their participation in tourism. They are now doing more sport in the beach area, such as fishing and walking, and there are no swimming activities in this beach area. Next, visual study. For the positive view, there is a stunning view of the South China Sea coastline. Furthermore, there is a natural lake at Pantai Irama that's come from the water channel that's linked this area of the lake with the beach area. This lake area, therefore, provides spectacular natural scenery and generates a peaceful beach atmosphere. And then, the combination of offshore breakwater and tree plants that act as a windbreaker has created a magnificent landscape and enhanced Pantai Irama's coastline. On the other hand, for the negative view, the design of the offshore breakwater construction has resulted in an unpleasant and warm atmosphere due to the lack of green vegetation in the coastal areas. In addition, the stunning view of the South China Sea has been blocked by billboards that display the name of Pantai Irama. The billboard has also lost the beach identity, so the beach should have natural features and be free of any engineering structure. Now, we move to synthesis board. There are 4 design strategies to be proposed at the site. Firstly, the circulation system. The 4 main entrances to Pantai Irama must be maintained and some repairs are carried out in terms of splendors in order to attract more visitors to enter Pantai Irama. Next, secondary road. Secondary road must be systematically modified. A new system must be implemented, which is the secondary road must be one-way road rather than a two-way road to reduce road congestion in this coastal area. In addition, special pedestrian walkway for pedestrians should be built along this Pantai Irama. Next, for plant and vegetation strategy. First, propose more tree that is very suitable for windbreaker by planting the columnar, conical, and pyramidal form of trees. Other than that, the shrub can be planted as hedging along the garden boundary to act as a windbreaker for the garden overall. And then, propose more tree that is very tolerant of salt spray and is often one of the tree growing closest to the coastline. Next, the combination of offshore breakwater and windbreak. Apart from the windbreaker, by having this combination also can improve the visual quality of the coastal area. The combination of soundscape and earthscape can create an aesthetic view. Next, use the antisols and sporosol for a beach nourishment project. By this way, It will decrease the coastal erosion and also can create opportunities for recreational activities in the coastal area. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.